Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to the Matrix support video for troubleshooting the budget model. Okay. I'm just using a sample budget model here, but they're all essentially the same. The first problem I'm going to take you through is debugging a simple error in a macro. So the important thing to remember with macros is that they only automate functions that you can perform manually anyway. So if you do have a macro error and there's a debugging screen that comes up or something's not working in the budget model, it doesn't mean that you can't still use it for budgeting. It just means that some of the functionality that would have been performed automatically before will have to be done by hand or the long way around. So I'm just going to take you through a simple debug. As you can see, an error's come up here. You'll get a Visual Basic error when a macro has sort of stumbled over something, when something's not working. If you hit debug, it'll take you into Visual Basic, the application, and what it'll do is highlight in yellow the issue that it's having. So it won't ever tell you exactly what to fix, it'll just say where it's having problems. This is essentially saying select the sheet, start one, and then visible equals true means unhide the sheet. So obviously it's having an issue there. I'm going to go back to the budget model and I'm going to find the sheet. So I can see straight away what the problem is. The sheet is called start, not start one. So this might happen if you've copied a budget model from a previous client or something and the sheets were called something different, if for some reason they were grouped differently. But what we need to do is just change this text here to read start instead of start one. Now what VBA will do is it'll only highlight the first problem. So if I'm to shut this down now, okay, and I think I've fixed it, if I go back in here, try it again, it's still coming up with not the same issue, but again, start one is in the syntax of the next line as well. I can see that there's another spot there too, so I'm just going to change that while I can see it. You don't need to save anything in VBA, you just need to shut that down and it'll save automatically. So now when we hit enter budget and forecast, it's working fine. Okay, another problem that frequently happens is needing to add a new account after the budget model's already set up. The way to go about this is to group all of your job sheets together, and by that I mean select the first job sheet, hold shift down and select the last job sheet. What you also need to do is select your consolidation page as well. Hold control down and select consolidation and the summary page. The reason why we're not holding shift down all the way from summary to the last job page is that there's hidden sheets in between here, and to insert lines and to write over things will create problems there. So what you will need to do is go to where you need an account inserted. So let's say it's here. Now remember, when your sheets are grouped, that what you're performing on one page, you're performing on all of them. And just here, there's a problem with that now because our sheets are protected. I'll just unhide that jobs list. Make sure they're unprotected before you start. Okay, I'm going to try again. So holding control down just to select individual sheets, or otherwise shift and all the way to the end of the range. Okay, I'm just going to insert a line here, and what you can do is just type in the new account number and the account. Okay. Now that part will be common to all of the sheets. What we need to do now is just update the parts that are common to just one sheet, oh well, just the cost center sheets, and then later on the consolidation and summary sheets. So again, just ungroup and then regroup just the cost center sheets. What you'll need to do here is just copy the formula from a line above all the way down to the bottom again. And just copy your formulas there by selecting this paste special, so that you don't lose your formatting. Now this line's an easy one because obviously there's no values in there, there's no formulas to carry down. Just as a check, make sure that your expenses total here has updated automatically. It will have because we inserted a line within the range, but sometimes if you're inserting one right at the bottom or right at the top, you'll need to update this, this formula while your sheets are grouped as well. Okay, so go to your consolidation page. Same thing here, but you'll need to copy the whole row because all of those cells have formulas in there, and copy it all the way down to the bottom. You can see that's corrected that formula at the bottom row there. Same thing with your summary page. Just copy that row above and copy down to the bottom. And just save it. If you're using your filters, you'll also have to do the same thing there. Again, just copy this down just to there. You don't have to copy it all the way down because they're all the same formula. And you do the same thing on your consolidation and your cost center pages as well. The cost center ones you can group together at the same time. Just copy that from there down to here. And the same on your consolidation page. And that should work fine. Obviously just check that all of your formulas are adding up and that it's all working, so that if we do try and budget in that line, that the model's picking it up. That looks fine. Okay, the other common problem that comes up is trying to add a new job or a new cost center after the model's already been created. To do this, just unhide your job list. The best thing to do, if you can, is to insert a row or a line above where you've already entered, even if you copy this up to there and then you create your next one here. Just make sure that these formulas have copied down themselves. They should, but they don't always, so if not, just again copy the formula down. All you'll need to do now is just take an existing sheet, say number 4, right click on the tab, select move or copy, create a copy, and just stick it before that, the last tab there, or wherever it fits in sequential order. I just renamed that one there to the job number, and up the top here in cell C5 you'll also have to rename it. Now as long as your jobs list page has been updated, this data validation list will also update and you'll be able to select the correct job in there. The other thing that I always do is just also check in the staff allocation page that the data validation list has been updated. It has in this case. So you can see that new job in there. The last thing that you'll need to do is just copy in your summary page the last column, or wherever it fits in, just copy it to the end there. You might have to change the formatting there. I can see it's going to be a problem. And again, it's a data validation list in this row 7. Just change that one to your new job, and it should be picking up fine. There's not really anything else that you have to change. The other thing that I would check before we check that all the data will flow through from that new job is just make sure that your start and end pages are still in the right position, and that is that they're acting like a bracket around the new jobs. So you can see where I've inserted that new job page because it was right at the end. It's actually inserted it after that hidden end sheet. Just grab the end tab and just pull it to beyond that new tab that we've inserted to make sure that it's still acting as that bracket around all your cost center pages. You can just hide them again now. What you'd find if that wasn't the case, if the end tab was still stuck here, this consolidation page wouldn't pick up any of the data in tab 5. So I'm just going to put something in and make sure that we've inserted the tab correctly, but just save it. I can see that that's flowed through to the consolidation page and also to the summary page. That's about all there is for troubleshooting. Remember to look back at your instructions page as well if you do have any problems. It's just hidden in there in the shell model, and it can often provide you with support as well. Thanks very much.